Episode 4 of the Sober Session podcast, When the Silence Was Killing Me. This episode is sponsored by the Wick Foundation. Sponsored by our caps, you know what I'm saying? This episode, we've got Ronnie on. So today, Ronnie is going to be telling us his story about what he had to endure through his childhood, how he's dealt with his emotions, and you used ACEs, wasn't it, Ronnie?
Yeah, ACEs.
But yeah, I'll let Ronnie introduce himself. Put that back on. Yeah. So yeah, tell us all about yourself, Ron.
Okay, so my name's Ronnie. Yeah, I was born in Bootle, raised in Netherton, and basically had a good childhood. It was like normal childhood. Yeah. Well, I say normal for me. It might be normal for everybody else. Because my dad died when I was 6 weeks old, so there was 7 of us. My mum brought 7 of us on her own. Don't get me wrong, it was rough. Yeah. You know, we had a hard childhood, but you know, she done the best she could for us, like. But it was just a normal childhood, you know, to say. But you know, we were rugged, 4 lads, 3 girls. You know, we kind of just done what normal kids do. What I think they do. Yeah. You know, they probably didn't, but that's what we thought. You know, because the way we were brought up. But I you know, it was hard as kids, hard when you've got nothing. You know, when you get in like abuse at school for your clothes are crap. You know, your trainees aren't the latest Zebco roadies or whatever they're called. You know, you're walking around in your woolly specials. Yeah, you know. Yeah. And it's hard, but the thing is, it toughens you up and it makes you, you know, you think as an adult, makes you be the person that you are.
Of course.
You know, because that's what you're doing.
It sort of sets the tone, mate, doesn't it? For like...
Yeah, I mean, you're going through like 15, well, say 10 years of school, isn't it? You're going through 10 years of school of constant grief, of the way you look and the way, you know, the way you are. It does get you down a little bit, but me, you just fight it back all the time. So you're always in scraps. You know, always in scrapping someone or getting beat up. I was no hard knock. Yeah. You know, you just a lot more people harder than me, kids. A lot more. So you take the beatings to go with the because you got a mouth.
Yeah. But after you stand up for yourself. That's all.
That was it as well. Like what you're saying as well. Yeah, about like your dad passing and things like that. It's sort of not saying like taking on a role, but is that you're at it, like you're saying, sticking up for yourself and that there, wearing it and stuff. And
well, you have no choice, do you? Yeah. Well, not only that, you got 3 older brothers, so they're also bloody bullying you, aren't they? So you got the outside bullying you and the inside. I don't say bullying as in not picking on you every day, but you know, if you're getting dead, you know, we took it as sibling rivalry, if you want some fun, don't you? But really, it is bullying. Yeah. You know, it just, but. You know, as a kid, you just kind of get on with it thinking, yeah, that's just the way it is. And
set you up for life, don't you?
Move on to the next bit, don't you? You know, you're going to hit me, Sam, hit me. I don't care. You know, let's just move on.
Yeah.
But that was like the basics of the childhood, you know. There was nothing unusual about it. Yeah. It was probably every kid in the 70s childhood, I should imagine, unless you had a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know, but we just didn't have that luxury.
And like you're saying, 1 of 7 as well with just a mum. Bring you up.
Yeah. And then she never like remarried or anything. So,
what was that like for your mum as well? Like, obviously seeing in terms of like looking after you. I think you've mentioned to me a couple of. She worked a good few jobs as well and things and done all that. Just tell us a bit more about that.
Well, I'm not sure about the jobs, you know.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
But the thing is I don't remember much as a kid. She obviously, you know, got whatever money the government give her to live on. Yeah. Well, it was definitely not enough to bring 7 kids home. Yeah. Never mind today's world. Then, you know, I know everything's a lot cheaper, but you got nothing basically. But my mum, like, she battled on, you know what I mean? With the old, you know, your neighbours helped you out.
Community type thing.
Yeah, that was there then, wasn't it, in the 70s, 80s?
Like I was saying, I was only asking because it sort of like shapes you and moulds you in your mentality and how you could, you're a grafter, especially working with you and stuff like that. It's like, do you know what I mean? I'm just trying to sort of piece it and things.
The reason for that you end up being like the grafter kind of thing is because you want something that you never had. So if you've never had anything, you're working harder to make sure that you're going to get that and you want to keep it. So, you know, it's in your brain then to to do the best you can because you don't want to be moved from where you are. You just want to get better and better and better.
If
that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does.
Like, and that's, my mum was the same. I say, she was tough as boots, you know what I mean? You know, if anyone give us grief in the street, like, she was out there once, you know what I mean? She'd be beating the shit out of them. She didn't care, you know what I mean? Man or woman, she'd hit them, you know what I mean?
She'd have to, wouldn't she?
Yeah, she'd have to, because, I mean, we didn't bring trouble to the door as such, you know, we were... there was never police and nothing come to our door from us, like, when we were kids. It was all good. So in itself, it's unusual, you know, especially around them days when the police actually were about. You know, we didn't do anything wrong. We were just a bit rough around the edges, I'd say. You know,
of course.
And like back then as well, Ron, it was all like sort of, because it leads us on to like the back end of like what we're here for and things, but like it's almost like that tight-lipped hush, like if anything did happen, do you know what I mean? Like that sort of thing.
You never took it home, So even if you got into trouble, any kind of trouble, if you didn't need to bring it home, you wouldn't take it home. I mean, what was going to do? Take it home to my mum, the 7 of us.
He was already dealing with
and I think that was the same with a lot of things back then for a lot of kids as well.
Yeah.
You kind of like, it was a thing, wasn't it, to be seen, not heard. Children seen and not heard. Yeah. Which now it's the opposite, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can hear them, or you can hear them bloody see them. You know, but back then it was, just like shut up and get on with it.
Yeah.
You know, and that was the culture for everyone, I think. It wasn't just our family, it was everyone's family, I think.
Tough times, really.
Yeah.
Tough times, especially for single parents, just raising.
And I think a lot of people don't understand now when you look at how many single parents there is now compared to what there was then.
Yeah.
It wasn't many single parents. And it was normally because someone had died in a family and that's why they were single parents. Not like now where, I've had enough, get divorced. I've had enough, get divorced. You know what I mean? There's a lot of that happening now. That's very cultural now, isn't it, to be divorced? No, I'm married, divorced.
Yeah.
You know.
No, that's it. So, take us through then of like what happened in terms of your childhood, like from just basically again just from the beginning, because I know you've told me bits and bats yourself, but tell us like your version of events, because wasn't it something to do with were you in cadets or something? And again, correct me if I'm wrong, mate.
So basically we had this cadet leader. He was, so I was going to join a cadet and I was too young to join a cadet at the time. I think you had to be 13 or something. I was younger than 13 and I wanted to join a cadet, but so we had this like family friend who used to come around all the time who was a cadet leader, and then he you know, there was loads of people, you know, that I knew that were older than me that were all going to cadets, and I just wanted to go there. But if you forget the cadets bit, he was just that he was a friend of the family, you know, he was a friend of everybody in our community. Everyone liked him, so he was around all the time. So you never kind of like thought it wouldn't be a safe place.
Of course.
You know, it's like having an uncle, isn't it? Even though he's probably about 10 years older than me, but he wasn't an uncle as such. But you know, that kind of thing. He'd come around to work, my mum would feed him. You know, he'd have tea and all the time. You know, you don't think of what's happening in his head, do you? What he's trying to do is groom. You just think he's,
it's almost,
you know,
like scoping the place out kind of thing.
And I think it was more of because he looks at the family, they've got no father, they've got no money. You know,
easy ticket,
you know, and in that age, I think I was smoking when I was in junior school, so, you know, whatever age that was. So 11, 12 years of age, I'm prime, aren't I? I'm prime for them because, one, I come from I wouldn't say it was a broken house, but he would see it that way.
Yeah.
He would see it as a broken house, a broken home. And then, he weans his way in that way. We think he's just being friendly, but he's not. You know,
he had his own little
agenda.
Own motive and agenda.
He was getting ready, wasn't he?
I remember you telling me one time, mate, that it was the whole ciggy thing, not just with you, it was with others as
people,
well. Because all the kids smoked. It was like you said, it was a thing.
That was
it
was a norm.
Yeah.
Everyone was having biffed, you know what I mean? It's like, I think he used to nick them off my mum when I was about 10. You know what I mean? It's like, sorry, mum. I think she knew. You know what I mean? Well, you know, whatever. So we'd go, you know, he'd often say, come round the house and he'd say we'd be in there, but I wasn't a beer drinking anyway. Yeah. So my mum didn't drink at home. So if you don't do it at home,
if you don't see it, you don't do it.
Yeah. So I never drunk when I was a kid. Even when I was in my early teens, I didn't drink. In my late teens even. But yeah, so he'd get you round here, 10 bifters, go to shop for us, do this, and you end up like round his house all the time then. So he'd be in yours and you'd be in his. And it slowly just get better, you know. And the incident when it happened, anyway, basically he pulled me around and says he's babysitting his niece or nephew, which it probably wasn't even his niece or nephew. Is someone else ready to be groomed? I don't know, you know, because when...
It's almost like they see him as like, well, you know, when you call someone like the uncle of the family, but your uncle, everyone probably saw him as something like that. You know?
I think for young kids, seeing a person like that, it's a role model.
It's almost like an...
Yeah, it's when you didn't think about it. He's a cadet leader. He's, you know, he blags that he's in the padders and all that, which he never was, but he blagged that he was in the padders. You know, so everyone kind of looked up to him when we were kids, like. So yeah, so this one time, I can't remember the exact information leading up to that night, but it was like he was minding his kids and he had a few of us over there, but when I went over there, the few that were going to be there weren't there. It just ended up just being me. So it went from there's a few of you coming to just me. So it's like he either told them not to bother coming
or just said that to get you round.
Yeah you know, so when I was round I thought whatever, so I, you know, smoking my head, watching videos or whatever. Watching VHS ones, by the way. I'm not this...
Go way back that one.
No digital stuff here. There's probably a black copy with lines all over it. But yeah, so and then so yeah, I'm around here watching videos. He said, you know, can you stay over? And I was like, my mum was like, yeah, you can stay over there. You know, it's not an issue. You know, and then you know, next thing he's throwing porn on, and so he's feeding you with the bifters. I might have even had a can of beer. I can't remember that little bit. But then, yeah, and basically he abused me that night. And I think I stayed the whole night, but it was like a shock horror. What the hell's going on? I need to be out of here. But I couldn't just get out. Can't remember the exact what happened afterwards. Just remember the next morning and never going back there. You know, that was it. I was done. Contemplated telling people, so what's it going to start? Is it going to create corruption? Is anyone going to believe me? Am I just a kid who needs help? You know, if we go to police, what's going to happen? Broken family, you know, all that. You just start thinking, is it going to bring more? As a kid, you think of all that and go, you know what, just forget about it, move on. Again, happens, you know, someone's hit me in school, who cares, same thing, you just move on, get on the next day. And then you just go through life.
Because what would... especially back then, and how he was viewed as, like you say, a sort of role model, authoritative figure because he was a cadet leader, or like, let's just say, for instance, or hypothetically, that it was brought to people's attention. I'm not, like, what do you reckon would have got said and things like that, do you think? Like,
I
given that sort of time and era, and would it just be a case of like, no, shut up, like that?
I think it would have been a lot of non-believing stuff. They would
it wasn't a thing, was it? It wasn't.
It was a massive thing, but it was just no internet to everybody that was out there. So it was all about my wit against yours. And so, you know, I've got scars, my bruise. No, really, is that happened? So you kind of think, you know, you think as a kid that's the way my brain was working. Would anyone believe me? And you don't bring trouble to the house. You know, it was a thing that you done. It was something that my mum still installs, but not her faults. Don't bring trouble to my house. So you just don't want anything leading to her getting into any kind of trouble. You start thinking of all different, you know, I'd say it's not her fault. You know, we are the way we are as kids and we keep it all locked, especially lads, you know what I mean? We just, you know, probably girls then as well, you know, in those, in the 80s, late 70s, early 80s, I don't remember anything like that going about.
Was he specifically towards young lads, or was the girls as well?
No,
and we'll get lads. To the court date in a bit.
It was just lads, and if I remember rightly, in the cadets, and there was no girls in the cadets. I think it might just be not a thing then, not like now in the late 70s, early 80s. I don't remember seeing a girl in the cadets, you know. So it was just lads. He was probably focusing, you know, on young lads.
So I think with his status and stuff like that, he'll see that getting lads to be easy.
Perfect place, perfect place.
Perfect,
you know what I mean?
Isn't it, really?
So what happened then, like, would you say in the morning after and things, as the, like, kind of years went on, like, the more you pushed it down, did it turn into anger, resentment? Like, what sort of happened with your emotions and things?
I can't really say what. I really couldn't tell you. Because as you're growing up, and then you hit 16, 17, 18, you don't know if something that's happened to your child is causing you to be the way you are. You just think that's the way you are.
It, don't you? You put it in a lock and key box in your brain, don't you?
It gone. I swear now, I never thought about it again. I think I even seen it. I felt like years later when I was about 19, 20, didn't even blink an eye. But I just think that when you said there, you lock it up, but me as a person, did it change me? You think, no, I'm just me. And I am this guy who doesn't trust people, who has a go with everyone. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, why are you so vocal? Why have you got to get in there? Why are you always fast on the attack? I always think that I'm like that because I was in this, siblings are all older than me. And you're like, you got to get your mouth in. If you want to say something, you got to get in. So your brain starts thinking, that's why I'm like that. Because that's the household we lived in. So you start believing in that that's the way you are. And trusting nobody, even when I met my wife, we were still kids, like. Yeah. Do I trust her? Don't I trust her? It takes a long time to want to be in that relationship. Yeah. It wasn't like an instant, let's just down a bike sheds. No, not for me. It was never going to happen that way because I didn't trust anyone. I didn't think, maybe that subconsciously I was scared, even at that age, but it was like, I'm going to tread these waters lightly,
Yeah. So, I was just thinking there as you were speaking, like, maybe, I don't know as well, obviously, the way you're quick to answer, and what's that word that you use in work where you don't take it? What? Someone used it. Not, what? I can't, it'll come to me. I know there's a word that you use where you don't take people or things for face value. You just, what's the word?
Yeah.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. But
in a minute.
I think what you're saying about living with older brothers, older siblings, and being fast to get in, I think as well, probably subconsciously, and correct me if I'm wrong, maybe you were the way you were because of that. It's almost like the automatic.
It's answering your question.
Got a cat in here.
It's almost like that level of vulnerability as well, mate, isn't it? Leading back from that situation, and subconsciously you're in there because you don't want to, I don't know, almost feel like you're backed into a corner, even if you're in a safe space, whether it's work, whether you're having a debate with someone. Do you get me? If that makes sense.
I kind of, with me, I was very argumentative with anything. It doesn't matter what it was, how small, how big. It doesn't matter. I'll have an opinion.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, you're getting my opinion. I don't give a damn if I'm wrong. I don't even think I thought about it. And even if I'm wrong, I'm going for it.
Yeah.
I don't care. But you just think that's because you think that's because when you're a kid, the way the family, the environment in the family where you're seen as the lower one, aren't you? So you're like,
I think being the youngest as well, being the youngest of your brother.
Well, we're the youngest lads. We'll call it that. I was the youngest lad, and you do kind of feel like you're just a voice. No one's listening, but that's what I was taking from it. Yeah. As I got to an adult, I'm thinking, you will hear me. I want to tell you what you want to hear.
Because it was almost like you need to climb over people as well. And
all the time. I'd beeline people, me. I'd hear people, having a go just across a room. I'm in there. I'm just moving across. I run in, And especially as I got older, because in school, you're just fighting constant battles, aren't you? Because of, one, again, the way you look or what you've got. And then, you might throw punches and one and they'll batter you, because you're twice the size. I was 3 foot nothing. I was dead small in school. Yeah. And, and I didn't care, so what, you batter me? You just go to school the next day,
Same thing, yeah.
Yeah, if it happens again, it happens again. I wasn't scared to face that same person again. Yeah. Just for the second round, round 2, round 3. Yeah. I just think, what are you going to do to me? Yeah. It's
was it like that? Because again, I feel like I keep dipping bits, because I know, obviously, your story a little bit more than our Clay, but when, fast forward to the sort of, because you joined the army as well, didn't you, mate?
Only temporary.
How did you view, or even if it was for a short time, because I'm just trying to, like you say, link it into the fact that he was a cadet leader and in the army. Again, was that something you pushed down and you just cracked on?
I think went the army probably to get away with things. And back then, it was still in the 80s and there was no work.
That was a thing.
Yeah, it was just a case of joining the army or have nothing. And to be fair, you know, I mean, I had issues with my back when I was in the army and that, so it kind of just faltered straight away.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, I did have 2 fights in there as well. But
maybe that's something there, some sort of inkling in it.
And they were both above me as well, so maybe there was an issue.
So maybe, so it could, it could link into that though, couldn't it? Like you say, because he was a figure of authority. In like the community.
Ages and stuff. Obviously, when what happened, you were around 11, 12. And when was it you then joined the army?
Oh, that was probably when I was around 19. I think I was with Trish at the time as well. So I was with my wife now then. But I was just looking for work. To be honest with you, I never looked at the army any other way. So what you just said there, I've never really looked at it. I never looked at it in that corporal and basically going to jail in the army. I never looked at that as part of anything else. I just thought that was just me being me.
It could be a link, couldn't it? Like you never know.
But it's something I never even thought about before. I just, you know, so now you think, oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, maybe I remember doing that. Like,
it must be like, or the fact that, I don't know, do you like getting told?
I just didn't like...
Do you like getting told what to do?
No, I don't like getting told what to do.
That's a weird
thing.
Yeah. Maybe the army wasn't the best place for me to go, you know. But yeah, I don't tell me what to do now.
And then, so like, going back onto that then, what was like your turning point? So I'm like fast forwarding it now. So like not now, but like a few years.
I mean, so the thing is obviously I met my wife and you know, we had the kids, and we got married and stuff. You know, normal, you know, thing. But so protective of my family, so protective of my girls. You know what I mean? Because where you going? What are you doing? Yeah. You know, again, not thinking upstairs that all this relates to what's happened to you. Yeah. I'm just thinking. Well, the kids are thinking, Dad, you're a bit overprotective, you know. Well, I'm not. I'm thinking, no, I'm not. I'm just looking after my girls. I'm looking after my family. I don't want any. Well, I know I don't want any predators getting them. So, you know, I'm staying with my mates tonight. You know, Dad, I'm 18. Yeah, I want a photo when you get there. I want to know you're there. Yeah. I want you and your mate, and then the woods, selfies. You know, I get them because they know that the way I was, how angry I get over them not letting me know where they are. You know, it's. And to be fair, you kind of like, you benchmark your first kid, don't you? Yeah. You know, like, so you know, she probably got worse than the second one, and the third and the fourth, you know. It was just unfortunate that, you know.
It's like the invisible wall you put up for yourself.
Yeah.
Being that protective parent, as everybody is.
I mean, I've told you stories, haven't you? There's one about the next door neighbour whose kids were bullying.
Yeah,
bullying me daughter in school. She's very intelligent in school, very, very young but intelligent, and she didn't want to go to school as a reason. You know, there's like, I didn't want to go to school because it was normal. I didn't want to go. I hated it. You know, you knew there's something wrong, and then it come out that the next door kids were bullying her. So I knock on the door of the next door neighbour, and you know, a polite knock, say, "Is your husband home?" to the wife, and she said, "No, he's not home." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay." Then I go downstairs and I'm sitting on the back of my couch, looking at the window, waiting for him to come home. And then he comes home and he goes up, and I give it like 10 minutes. It's probably a minute and a half, really, but it felt like 10.
As soon as his door closed, open.
And he lived in a flat, so then I had to get in a flat. I went upstairs, knocked on the door, and the
Is he home? No, you're lying.
You've just seen him. That's exactly what happens. Are you home? Is your husband home? No, he's not in. You liar, go right through here, you know, right, knocked her out of the way, in the house, beat him up in his chair. Yeah. I mean, blood everywhere, punching him, just boom, 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 every time. My daughter doesn't want to go to school because of your kids. I'm going to come and do it again, and again, and again. And then, it's kind of like, what am I doing here? And then next thing, you know, I felt this pain on the back of my head. She hits me on the back of the head with a big wok or something. It is right, you know what I mean? I shouldn't have been in the house. I shouldn't have done what I've done. Yeah. But I just lost it. I'm done, you know what I mean? They did move out a couple of weeks later, so it was great, you know. So the school's probably made up that the kids had moved as well. So, but, you know, but it was that kind of situation you think, it's just normal. Yeah. For me, that was normal. Yeah. I lived in a rough estate over on there in Dodge. And this is what happens, you know, if people annoy you, you go and just do them in, and then
It's squashed, yeah.
It's fixed, isn't it?
Yeah.
You come back with a shooter, maybe. It's only me. It's only me. Want a cup of tea?
got loads of ale, loads of ciggies, yeah.
Yeah, no, seriously, yeah, they moved out a couple of weeks later, or maybe months, I can't remember, but they definitely moved out, which is a blessing for everyone. But I didn't, again, look at that. I just thought that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
It's the way we are. It's the way I am. Not thinking still that what happens here as a child, as you grow up, it's something that adds to it, if you like. You know, it's like, ugh. But, you know, that's just one. There's loads of things that I've done but I probably shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
And situations that I put myself in that I shouldn't have been in. You know, I didn't have to be in them, but I made myself in them. I kind of put myself, yeah, I'll do that. You know, I'm in. It's like, yeah, so that was that kind of like, no, that was like when the kids were young. So 25 years ago, you know, like, still at it. You know.
Tell us your turning point then, of like, well, because obviously he got jail time, didn't he?
Well, if I go from the beginning of that, So basically, I come home from work one day just like chilling, and then it all comes up that Jimmy Savile, you know, he's on the telly doing Jimmy Fix with all the kids all the time. He's a nonce. I mean, everyone had thought he might be a nonce, but no one actually come out and said he was a nonce. Bang, there he is. He's a nonce, and everyone knows nonce.
Thing, isn't it? What you were saying back in the 80s, no one said.
Yeah, you just kind of like, you know, there was probably kids crying out then, and no one got nothing happened. Do you know what I mean?
Did they?
Yeah, children should be seen, not heard.
Yeah,
sure. So yeah, and I'm just sitting there thinking, shit, and it just comes to me. Maybe I'll contact the police over this guy. It just hit me just on watching Jimmy Savile, and I was like, it's a hard conversation. At this point, I don't think my wife knew.
Did you have this conversation with yourself then? It was like...
Yeah, just me sitting there thinking, what do I do with this situation?
It's almost like I need to have this on here.
People are listening now. That's what was kind of going through my head. It's just shivers up my spine now. Sorry, it's like, ooh. So I was sitting on it, and then I told the missus, and I was like, and she's like, she's blown away by this, you know, what the hell's happened here? And I'm like, and she said, you're going to phone the police? I'm like, I don't know. I don't even know. How did that come out? You know, what'd you say? Oh, by the way, I've been abused. And he went, how old are you? I'm 50. Beanie.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, so anyway, I said, you know what, I'm going to do here. So I went in the other room there, basically, I said, turn the telly up, I don't want you listening to me, I don't want you hearing, because they're going to ask me questions that I've never said out loud.
Yeah. Or told you,
Yeah, you know what I mean? So anyway, went in the room, phoned the police, I must have been on the phone for a good while, and then he said, tell us from the beginning then. And then you tell them the story. So basically, you just put in this crap that you've locked for years. Suddenly you're telling, and you're talking out loud, and you've never done that in your life.
To a complete stranger, then.
Yeah. Who then says, can you repeat that again?
Yeah.
You're like, you know,
I don't want to.
So yeah, it's probably, that phone call was probably the most embarrassed I've ever felt in my life. Really, that phone call was that embarrassing for me.
It's the first time, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, I'm not a kid no more. I'm an adult. I'm a man. I've got 4 kids. Look at me. You know, we look at.
Because people look at those situations, mate, don't they? And they think like, it's gone on this long now. I'll just leave it.
Yeah.
They fear that embarrassment and stuff like that. Like you've just said.
But to be fair, apart from seeing because when I seen the Jimmy Fix thing, I googled him then. And then I seen it, he got like an award off of me for still running the cadets, and I was thinking, shit, how many people have been...
If it's happened to me,
how many people?
There's other people.
Yeah,
it's like
this is like a chain of events there.
Yeah, to tell you to say something.
Oh yeah, so I was like, boom, boom, like, you know, yeah, it's going everywhere, you know, like, so I was like, yeah, okay. Anyway, the police said, yeah, we'll get back to you. Boom, nothing. It went quiet. To the point where the missus is like, are you going to ring the police? And I'm like, no. I've done my bit. I'm not going to that conversation again.
You've said what needed.
Yeah, I'm not. I didn't even tell her details that I told them. So I'm not going to go into it. You know what I mean? It's like, nah, I'm done. So then, you know, I kind of just whittled on in life still being me, still being aggressive, still being, you know, not very approachable. People that knew me well knew I was approachable, but the people that didn't know me just thought...
You've got that wall for all them years, haven't you?
In work progression, I was, starter supervisor, shift manager.
You worked your way up, didn't you?
All the way up to warehouse manager. So you're doing that with like 40 odd staff under you, but behind your head still, you got all this stuff going on. I don't think I was warehouse manager at the time. I was close to, I think I was assistant manager. Maybe I can't remember. I was doing really well though. Really respected and whatever. And then, next thing you know, the police contacted me 10 years later.
10 years.
And I'm like, what's up? Can we come and see you? And I was like, yeah, go on. Yeah. So then they come round the house. He said, we want to do a proper video conversation. They have a what do you call it?
Like a statement kind of.
Yeah,
Statement.
And I said, well, 10 years, and they were like, yeah, but other people have come forward. So I think when I rang, I must have been the first one to ring, and no one's listening to one guy from 45 years ago. No one cares about 45 years ago, did he? So yeah, this there must have been other people coming through, 2 or 3, who knows how many there was at the time. And then so I said, okay, I'll do this video statement with them. And then so went to the police station. They had like a nice little room like this. It looks like this, but really on that side it's not like that. But this side is, to make you feel at home and that.
Comfortable.
And then he asked you the same questions that I got on the phone, 10 years previously. But but this time you got a massive camera in your face.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's okay. I said the statement. Went through it all again from the beginning, but did a bit more in depth. What happened, how long did it lead up to, and all that kind of things. That I can't really remember. It was like
it's almost like the
45 years ago.
Pull it out of here and piece it together themselves.
Yeah, I mean, I get why they're doing it, but it's so hard to remember that long ago. So yeah, and then that goes through, and the police do their bit, then leave it to them. So then I think it worked out there was another 5 people come forward, or historical. So these were all.
Was that based upon what you said potentially? Well, it wasn't.
Well, I think
was it?
It wouldn't have been potentially what I said, but what it would have done was it would have been logged.
Got in contact with.
So soon someone else has logged. So let's say I didn't do anything and one other lad did. It'll just be him then. He'd be the same as me, wouldn't he? Yeah. He just did nothing for 10 years or whatever.
So someone's potentially logged something as well themselves.
Yeah. So 3 or 4 people come forward. Boom! Hang on a minute. We've got an issue here. And then
I didn't know that's how it worked. That's mad. Well,
I don't know whether it works like that now.
Yeah.
But it was, as I say, it's 45 years ago.
Yeah.
Are you sure your memory's okay, Mr. Smith?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
sure,
yeah.
Sure that'll be
I remember that happening. Like
crazy confidence. Yeah.
I can't remember. But don't be tea. I'm not that stage yet. No, it definitely happened. I don't know whether that's how they see it. Because it's historical, and I think it's harder to convict anyone historically than it is from today's in today's world, especially.
Does the law change in the UK, or does it stay the same, or am I thinking about America, where it can sometimes change something that happened so long ago?
I tell you what, it does change. It changes sentencing. So let's say if you abuse someone, a mild abuse, say, in the 1980s, you get 3 years for it. Yeah. Whatever. You abuse someone, you get 3 years. You rape someone, I don't know, 3 years. In today's world, that could be 8 years.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So if in today's world you get found guilty for something done in the 80s, they don't get the 8 years.
They get the 3
years.
Get the
3.
Yeah. Stupid, that isn't
well,
it?
It's
when the offence was committed, isn't it? That's what you get.
But it shouldn't be, should it?
It should be in the present moment.
So so then it took like another 2 years then to get it to court. And then it was like, the court probably, I wouldn't want to go into much detail and put people off if they're in the same situation.
Of course, yeah.
Because court, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've obviously got someone defending you, and you got someone defending them, and them defending one, make you go through your story, try and poke holes in your story.
Yeah.
And to be fair, he tried to poke holes in my story, but he kept getting things wrong, which was great for me because I'm very confident. So he said, why did it took you 10 years to come here? And so actually it took 12 years to get here. So I've actually corrected him. fuffled him a little, then I was like, oh, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
You know, like, he said two things wrong, and I was looking at the, what they call them, the jury, all the way through it, not him, I was looking at the jury, so they could see my face was 100% focused, you know, and
it's almost like he's saying, I'm telling the fucking truth here. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Almost did say it. I almost swore as well because he was annoying me to bits, you know, really annoying me. And, you know, and what he, you know, he said different you know, was he having to go with the missus, she had to go in, when did he tell the story, was he making it all up?
Wow.
You know, that kind of stuff.
It's their job to defend
to do that.
Yeah, but it's you know,
hard,
it's, you know, it can affect people bad, you know, like, anyway, I won't go into any more details about that. So anyway, we all go in, we go to court, I think it was like, me, the wife, my brother, because he knew this fella as well, and my sister, because she knew him. You know, when we were kids, we all knew this fella.
Yeah.
So he was obviously getting into kind of pick holes in how we met him and how we knew him and whatever. So anyway, they all had to go be a witness or whatever you want to say. You know, done their bit, and then you got to wait and have, what happens. He's obviously in court as well. By the way, he wouldn't turn up. He was on a TV because he didn't have the balls to show his face. So he wouldn't show his face. So he was only on a video thing. Actually, I don't think he was there then. I think it was when we went back for the verdict. Yeah, that's when he was there, but he wouldn't show his face.
He wouldn't come. He wouldn't
come to court, which I think is wrong. I think they should be in court.
They should be made to.
I heard a couple of months ago, well, maybe longer, that they were putting in place the time for, because they don't have to enforce it, and literally, I'm not coming out myself. All right, then we're going to drag you to court.
They should be, you know,
for people like that who do that.
Look at those victims that, you know, I didn't too care. I just wanted them to go down. You know, and I probably didn't want to rally myself any more than I already was, you know, like, especially then, because you get moody, and I'm seeing these other men in a similar situation to me, and they're broken. You know, the things that have happened to them, you can see it, they're broken. They've been through a hard life afterwards, where I've kind of just focused being angry little shit and get on with it. Yeah. They've gone down different routes. Yeah. You know, that breaks them. It mightn't have been that, but I'm guessing it is.
I was going to say, I couldn't even ask where that sort of mindset came from, because I suppose at such a young age, like you say, with like your dad passing and then your mum, it was just a case of, your mentality,
yeah. Well, that would have come from my mum now. My mum definitely, she drove us to, you know, be
strong
and hard as you can.
Fight for what you need, what you want.
When you're a kid, if you hit them and they stand there and look at you, then run like shit, because you're going to get beat up. You know, you're not going to beat them. You just hit them with a good hook and he just took it. You run. It's like, you know, she taught as well. You know. So the court thing and that all happened, you know, within the court. I see all these younger men than me anyway. So in my head, I'm just thinking, shit, if I would have done something sooner, they mightn't be in that situation.
Yeah, but it's not all on you, that though.
No, 100%. I know it's not, like that, but that's, my mentality was then.
Of course.
You know, I'm in tears almost, you know, in court, like thinking, oh shit. And they're reading victim statements of what's happened to them. And it's not nice, you know what I mean? And the life that they chose afterwards, crime or drugs and whatever, you know. Yeah. And they, you know, and rightly so, they're thinking that's the problem. Him was the problem to them. It caused them to go down these paths. You know, because we've all got paths to go on, haven't we? And they've chose the wrong path because they think, I can't be bothered with a good path because it brings me to him. Yeah. You know, it's like, different, did they? So, because they're just kids as well. So, you know, they end up down the wrong path, you know. So anyway, I was just like, it wasn't nice to see all that going on. Kind of wanted to shake everyone's hand and apologise and give them a big hug. You know, even though the men now, they're 40, 50 years of age, whatever, you know, but I'm still thinking, shit, you know, it's... And to be fair, I think they were all 50 by the time I went to court, so I think these were all 80s cases, you know what I mean? They went later. I think one might have been...
How long did he get as well when it all...
So yeah, he got 29 years in the end.
29. And how old was he at that time?
60 something, 62, 63 maybe.
So that was it, he was done then, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was done. I was like, sod off, see you later.
Because I don't want to sort of focus on him, I want to move to now what you done. Yeah, fuck him. Move to now what you done with the...
well, with my life, so basically, I carried on as normal when court and all that. I had a few issues before the court case and after court case, but I won't go into detail on them. They're more personal stuff that happened. So yeah, again, another, you know, here I am, trying my best, 100%, going for it. And then suddenly, got the court case, he's gone, back to work, let's see what goes on. But it's not happening. It's not happening. My brain's under miles an hour. Thinking of all the stuff that I could have done, I should have done, with that. But in work, they're asking me, okay? Am I mentally okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm having issues with senior people in work, but I haven't really got issues with them. It's just me.
Yeah.
Being me.
Yeah.
And when things aren't right, I like to go, hang on a minute, what's happening here? And attack.
Yeah. Point the fingers.
Not thinking it's you, Ronnie. You need to sort yourself out. Your head's not with it. To a point where basically I just snapped. There was a fella on work, and I basically said to him, "Get out of my office, or I'll beat the shit out of you." And you can't say that to anyone on work.
Yeah.
And I said that, and I thought, yeah. To be fair, he did get out of my office, so I didn't beat the shit out of him. and he was a nasty man.
Yeah.
He was a bully, and as I said, I don't like fucking bullies. Yeah. So number one, Ronnie was going to go in and just beat him up, wasn't he? Probably because he got a lot of shit on his head as well. But I went and seen some people on work and said, this is what I've done. They said, Ronnie, you need to go home. You need to chill out and whatever. And I did come home. Done my blood pressure. It was flying to the roof. Like, I need to sort myself out. So that's it. So basically, I went and sought help then and went to doctors and said, this is where I'm at. I've suddenly got these anxiety. I've never had anxiety in my life. I'm going to work, I've only got a little ped that takes me to work every day. It was 15 miles a day. And I get on 11 miles. And I get on my ped and, you got that feeling that something's going to happen. Something right now. And I'm like, what the hell's happened to me head here?
It's all safe.
Well, anxiety is kicking out. And I'm like, I've never had this before. So you just got to breathe, do what you want. Like, what the fuck, And then you start thinking, work, I'm going to beat shit out of someone. You're going to get it if he starts winding me up today. All that kind of stuff all in your head because you're still going to work and you're just like, what the hell happened to me?
It's all those years of suppressing it, isn't it? Finally caught up to you.
Yeah, that's what it is. So I'm back to doctors and, do you want to give you tablets? Do you want to help the anxiety? I went, no, I just want to fix me. I don't want to be on tablets. I just want to know what the hell's going on. And my blood pressure's going through the bloody roof. Everything's going wrong and I can't seem to figure out what the hell it is.
Yeah.
So then they put me down, there was a good one at the GP's office, to be fair, Hannah, she was great. She said to me, we can put you to an ACEs course, which is a group course. I didn't know what that was. I've never been to therapy or nothing in my life. And then there's another one, I can't remember the names, but they said there's the one which is a bit more one-to-one, which is especially for people that have had been abused of some kind. Not so much as a kid, but anyone who's been abused. Yeah, I can't remember the name of it, to be fair, because I didn't go to it, so I can't remember the name of something I didn't actually go to. So I said, okay, we'll put it down for both of them and I'll see which one comes up trumps. I thought, just see how that goes. So then, where I basically said to him, I don't want to do the job no more. I didn't demoted myself to assistant management manager. Yeah. Demoted myself again to shift manager to run the night shifts. I just kept moving because I didn't want the responsibility. Yeah. And I could see I was focusing on the wrong things and I was losing me edge. Yeah. When you're good at something, you're good at doing it. And now I'm not good. I'm just a loose cannon. Yeah. And I could feel it. And probably people around me could feel it. And to be fair, the HR, one of the girls in HR kept saying, "You sure, man, it's not your personal life that's affecting you." No, why would it? It's this place, it's a shithole. And then that's it wasn't. It could have been on it.
It had some sort of factor into it.
But the main issue is
it was probably only minuscule little things that usually you'd probably go, whatever, we'll fix that.
That's exactly what I used to do.
But it was blowing up.
My head was just steaming everywhere. So in the end, I kind of basically just went, I'm done. You know what I mean? I can't work here no more. I've had enough. Still haven't had any help because you're on waiting list to see anybody, aren't you? It's just like, they're still offering me tablets, to calm me down. I went, no, you can stick your tablets where the sun don't shine. I don't want tablets. So then they get me blood pressure in tablets on the go, so that kind of helped me a bit. But he was still there, still angry little bastard. You know what I mean? It's like even the kids when you're speaking to them, their opinion didn't matter. My opinion was right. You know, and I knew it when it was arguing with them. Sometimes I'd be thinking, you know, they're definitely right then. They need to shut up, and I wouldn't. I'd just keep going.
Yeah.
Or egging them on for more. You know, like, what are you doing? It's like, stop it. So yeah, I then basically I got a phone call or an email, I can't remember, but I got to go on the ACES course. And they said they can put me in whatever date it was. They said, you're up for it. I said, yeah, okay. Went down to get an assessment. And then
they're based in Sefton, aren't they, mate?
It's a Sefton one, this one that I went to. I'm not sure about the Liverpool ones or whatever.
But this
South Sefton, I think it's South Sefton. So anyway, I was thinking, what a fucking cock of shit this is. I'm not gonna lie, I thought, what bullshit this is. You know, therapy, me, don't think so, you know. So anyway, went to the first meeting, and the first meeting was an assessment with some of the team, and what they just asked all the questions on has this happened to you, has that happened to you, has this happened to you? And it goes through what kind of ACEs, because I don't know if people know what ACEs means, but adverse childhood experiences.
Yeah.
So, have you been through it? I don't know. No, not really. Yeah, one. I'm thinking one. And he said, okay. Was you brought from a single parent family? Yeah, that's one. Oh, have you ever been abused? Yeah, there's two. Was you bullied in school, at home, whatever? Yeah, possibly, yeah. 3, 4. They build up. You don't even know you got them. You don't even know you've got an ACEs. You know, I can't remember the numbers, but the percentage is high that nearly everyone's got at least one.
Yeah, of course.
You know, of some kind. You know, was your mum and dad an alcoholic? Boom. You know, just go on, the list go on. Any alcohol abuse in your house, any drugs abuse in your house, they're ACEs, aren't they? You know, because you're seeing stuff that you shouldn't be seeing. As a kid, you're not meant to see all that stuff, are you? So anyway, I went to tick. This went, oh yeah, okay, you're in. Basically, you passed. You passed. Jesus, passed.
Congratulations.
Yes. I remember saying to them after first exam, I passed. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm in. So then I think I waited a few more weeks, and then it basically, I left work. I think by this point, I'd left my job. I just quit it.
Yeah.
So I quit, you know, a job that was getting paid really well to basically minimum wage. I just want a job with
less responsibility.
No responsibility. I just come in, you know what, if you don't like me, I just go somewhere else.
Yeah. It's your path to healing now, isn't it? And what you need to do.
Yeah, so I just thought, you know what, I'm done. Yeah. So anyway, I got this job, you know, just being bare minimum wage. And then I started, the ACES course started. But they were trying to fit me in on a session because I didn't want to do an early session because a lot of those morning sessions, and I'd only started this week and I didn't want to interfere with my job, you know. So then they ended up getting an afternoon one, so it meant I could do like 80% of my shift that day, and it was only about 3 or 4 hours. I said 3 hours, but
a week,
once a week, yeah, for 10 weeks, and basically. Turned up the first day and I thought, what a crock of shit this is. I look around the table and I thought, these are all fucked up here. You know, but they're all probably saying the same.
Yeah. By you, yeah. They can probably see you. Do you know what I mean?
I'm here. What's going on?
They can see
and I'm like, you know, okay. So for the first week, and I think to myself, what have I got to lose? Let's just do it. You know, I will say though, that as this was happening, I got a phone call to go on the other course. And I said, no, I want to give this one a chance now. I don't want to stop this one for that one. Even though that one seemed the better one to take. Seemed it, you know, because of what it aims exactly of people that have been abused. And I thought, but I thought, no, it took you that long to get back to me now. I'm going to give this a chance. So anyway, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, probably in there, and then you're just listening to all the people's stories, and they're talking about your own mental health and your own well-being, and I'm thinking, you know, what the fuck, you know, and then boom, it just fucking hits you like a fucking train.
Fucking light bulb moment.
It's like, shit, that is me. And they're asking me the same kind of questions there. What have you done? What do you think you've done that you shouldn't have done? And I told them that story about that fella where I beat him up in his house, and thinking, you know, imagine someone doing that to me. You know, like, my house. Yeah. What the hell? Who does that?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, I told him, after all, just shot higher, you know, like. But then he's talking about, like, how the brain works and how your family works from when you're young. They just go through it all dead slow.
Break it down for you. That's
and
amazing.
then I can't remember the exact phrase. I think I told you years ago. But it was they had like a kettle of water, and he said you keep adding to the water to all your issues, and it just fills up your water till you basically you blow your top.
Yeah.
And I thought, that's fucking me. That's fucking me there.
What's happened to you?
Yeah, and I said, if you lighten your load, take this away, take that away, and then suddenly it's gone down. Yeah. You're not gonna blow your top. And I'm thinking, you know what? It makes 100%. I don't know what it was, what it was actually named. The session was called, but it definitely hit me.
And you'd done that naturally as well, mate. Then obviously you'd done all the courts. That's one load gone. Well, kind of, because but then you go into these sessions, that's another load. But then you stepped away from like a really high intense pressured job. I was like, no, I'm done. Do you know if that so you kind of took certain things away.
I took my own measure to try and fix me.
Yeah.
But I didn't have the tools to fix me.
Yeah.
I just had my own what I thought were my own tools.
That's where Aces stepped in there.
And they stepped in and just taught me,
told you to slow down a little bit, didn't
they? And think about your actions, because there's different people now. There was me who was a reactive person who was aggressive and whatever. I seen there's the guys or girls that will sit in the corner, and not be heard and don't want to speak to them. And there's all these different people, and I'm looking at the same. They're all the same, aren't they? They're all.
Yeah.
I'm there still going blah 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 blah, and they're all like, I don't really want to talk, and because that's how it's affected them.
Yeah.
And that's how what they've took on. Where me, I was always this forward person, and I just think like, what they did, we give you them tools where you go forward in life, thinking, you know what. That's bothering me, but is it? Is it bothering me?
Really bothering me.
I don't care now, so I laugh at that. So whatever. It's like, where before I wouldn't have been in there like a shot. Yeah. It just changed me the way my brain thinks. Now I wouldn't say like people can go to them courses, like the Aces or the ones that's similar to it, and it works for them because it mightn't work for them. Yeah.
That other course that you mentioned might work for them, mightn't it? Yeah, stuff,
which I'll get you the details of that because you might want to log that. I definitely got emails from them, so I'll be able to give you the email address, well, not the email, the website. But for me, it just changed the way I think. Now, I don't know whether my family have noticed any difference. They've not. The missus definitely said I have changed.
Yeah.
And instead of just losing me shit now, I think about it, going, is it worth losing me shit for this? Is it worth it? What are you going to gain out of it? Nothing. People not liking you. People, So now it's just going, it's okay.
Try working with him. I'm only messing. He's a perfectionist. I'm only joking. No, but that's you. That's your drive. That's yeah.
I mean, I've still got the same job as a manager. My brain wants to work that way.
Yeah.
I just don't want that responsibility. Yeah. And I also think that I could probably try and get the similar job again, but I don't think I'm ready. I don't know. I'm not willing. I'm not willing to put myself through that.
Yeah, because you know what's expected of you. Yeah, and it's constant.
I can be 100 miles an hour, and I think, no, slow down. I'm not.
I've
had the kids, they're all grown up, they're all good.
Control for you now, innit?
I'm not chasing the money in work, I'm not wealthy by any means, but I'm not hunting money.
You're happy with what you've got, exactly.
I don't need any more than what I've got, you know what I mean? Maybe a new wife.
Definitely not a new job. He's a belter, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a yeah.
No, so that's kind of what it's done for me, and I probably couldn't praise him enough, to be fair.
Where's Ronnie at now then, would you say?
Ronnie now is probly... he's in a really good place now.
He's out of his living room.
Yeah. No, I think... I don't think I'm 100% healed, don't get me wrong. Yeah. I'm not. It's always going to be there. I mean, like, recently I told you, didn't I, that I found out that he died in prison.
Yeah.
So, and no one told me. No one told me, except that another victim told me.
Someone heard,
Wow.
Which is not good, is it? You know what I mean? But I think the police, though, to be fair to them, did say to me, there were one information of any updates on him, and I just said, nah, I'm done with him. Yeah. I'm done. So I might have said that because that's when my brain was working.
In that time,
Yeah, at the time. But in the echo. You can see it there if you look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I found out your dad, it was a bit like, it kind of like, yeah, that kind of hit me a little bit.
A little bit of grief, a little bit of sadness, anger, I suppose, everything.
It's sad that he died, yeah. I wanted him to freaking stay in there
Yeah.
and suffer like shit. And maybe things happen to him that shouldn't happen to human beings, but, you know, it's just my personal...
Yeah.
But, yeah, dying's the easy way out, wasn't it?
Yeah,
And it died natural cause. It wasn't like anyone killed him or anything.
No, not like
But, you know, yeah, I just think, damn... You know, I know that people say rotten hell and all that. No, rotten here. I want you to rot here, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, once he died, I kind of, and then, you know.
Something came back to you that you told that, didn't you?
So, and then, like, a couple of weeks ago now, and I'm just like, I can't remember, I was going to bed or something. I can't remember what it was. Either going to bed or getting changed or something after work. I was just, tying my lace and my shoe or put my shoe on or something. And I had a flashback, just like that, boom. And I had a flashback of exactly what happened on the night I was abused. In full 8K.
Box, mate,
full 8K. Which when the police would ask me, I couldn't remember shit. Probably, you know, you're just picking holes in it. You can remember bits, but not, you can't, like, I was probably watching it on VHS. You know, like, getting the tracking working on it to fix it. And then, boom, so they ask me the same questions now, I'd have the answers.
Yeah.
You know, that's mental. Whether that's just letting go.
I was just going to say that. It's like the door opening.
I have no idea. But I said, it's like a wow moment. I don't know where it come from. I don't know. Well, yeah, it was like a...
Do you feel happier, lifted, like where you're at now? Obviously, with all...
I felt lifted during the Aces, I think. That from there, kind of just steadied my own ship as well. It obviously takes away from me. They can say whatever they want, can't they? But if I'm not going to embrace that information... It ain't gonna, you know, so it's like sitting there every day going, yeah, and going home and just carrying on as normal. It's not gonna work for you, is it?
Yeah.
You gotta embrace what they're telling you and their teachings. Yeah. You know, they're not there, they're not some kind of cult, you know, like, you know.
The help to try
it's help, you know, but you've got to want the help as well.
Yeah.
It's no good if you're going to somewhere like that, if you think, you know, I don't need the help.
Yeah.
Well, then don't go. You know what I mean? But to be fair, I went, so I don't need the help.
Yeah.
And it helped me. But I say, I'm not everybody, am I? So, you know, if you had issues, you might go and go, the bollocks that. You know, it's going to affect everyone differently, isn't it? But as far as I'm concerned, it helped me. And I think
the model of the story, isn't it, is if something has happened and you are scared of speaking up, speak up.
Yeah, I think especially with the historical way.
Especially coming from your background, the era, the time, the sort of step up a lip kind of thing. There's still sort of hope and in that aspect of things. And I'm not just talking about what you went through, mate. I'm talking about just anything in general. Like, it doesn't matter how long you've sort of suppressed it. At some point, it will surface. At some point, you will need to deal with it.
There's like two things I'd look at. Is one, if there is anybody out there who are watching this and I've been abused and are sitting on it, don't sit on it.
Yeah.
Do not sit on it. Tell someone. Move forward with it. You know, if it's a family member and you think it's going to, no, it's not right. It's not right.
Yeah.
And you're being abused and it needs to be said. It needs to come out and it needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
You won't be fixed, but the situation needs to be fixed because you're probably still around the situation. You got to get out of that situation.
Yeah. There is services out there, isn't it?
And then there's help. There is help out there if you want it. You know, why not? It's free, isn't it? It's the NHS for it, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah, you know, that's why we want the NHS. It's free, and apparently, and I don't know whether this is right, these home in Sefton, they've got tons of resources for it, for mental health in Sefton. I'm not sure what Liverpool's are, but Sefton are really good with mental health. Apparently, that's what they were telling me. You know what I mean?
Okay,
that's not winner.
You might want to Google that, but
no, I'll have a look. No, definitely anything.
They said that because the top on mental health. Now that was like 2 years ago, year and a half when I was going, whatever it was. They said, you know, they've got a lot of people helping.
A lot of resources.
You know. Okay. Well, and I just say to them, because I even went to one of the meetings with the or for the Aces, and I had to stand up and do my own little.
Yeah, you done your own thingy, and you got speaking to a couple of, what is it? Not surgeons, doctors or psychiatrists.
I think from different areas through you know, some are just, I can't remember all the positions in, but they're all part of the NHS, and they're all probably dealing with mental health.
Yeah.
Something to do with drugs, something to, you know whatever
the
it
brain
is.
Isn't an enigma, isn't
and,
it, at times?
You know, I stood up, said me bare, you know, and people were like, whoa, what a story, you know. I don't think anyone wants to listen to me. I don't think that there's anyone. I hope someone wants to listen. I hope someone's sitting there thinking, shit, that's me.
I need to do this.
Yeah. And I don't want anyone to go, you. I don't know. I just want people to awareness of it, that it was going on. You know, before the internet, shit happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but people don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
But no, let it out. Tell the world. You know, and don't be shy of it because you've done nothing wrong. And those people who've been abused are sitting on it thinking all bad thoughts about them. When no, they've done fuck all wrong. It's the people who abuse you who've done something wrong. So you want to stand on a soapbox and shout at the top of your voice? Do it.
Yeah.
Do it because you're nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's. I'm not gonna lie. We'll bring this to an end in a sec. But at the start, you said, you nearly got me at the start, you know. I don't know why. I think I was just
laughing or what?
No, crying. I was just looking at you thinking, fucking hell. Like, and as I say, you told me the story probably a little bit more that I didn't know there. But I was like, yeah, I don't know why. I could just feel myself. Like, just
yeah, well, for me, I think it's just awareness, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, I did email.
I think for me and my head, it was just having to sit on it, or not having to sit on it for that long, or choosing to sit on it. I was just like, how the fuck have you done that? Do you know what I mean? Like,
the hardest bit was I'm not going to lie, when I was in court, that was the hardest bit for me. Not me being in court, but seeing those people younger than me, and thinking, fuck me, if I would have done something, they wouldn't have been in that position. And I know, he's going to choose a route regardless.
Yeah.
If it wasn't them, it'd be someone else. Yeah, I know that, but it doesn't stop you thinking about it, you know what I mean? What could I have done him in, couldn't I? What have I done him in? As a kid, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, he couldn't do it for anyone, could he? I'd just be in jail. It's like,
yeah.
He said I was in my own mental jail,
Yeah. That's it. Well, no, Ronnie.
That was a pleasure.
I've totally enjoyed that.
That was really good.
When I say enjoy it, you know what I mean? I haven't enjoyed it.
He's sick bastard.
No, it was good, but thank you.
With the tablets.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, follow, like, share, all that caper. And it's been a pleasure. Cheers, Ron.
No problem. Thanks, guys.
The drop of the wick stuff as well.
Yes,
the wick merch.
Don't forget. I'll try and get a close up. Yeah.